Hey, what's up, guys? We're just going to continue from the stream we were having on Ancapistan's channel, and we were discussing the Jordan B. Peterson question. Now, Baron, you said you wanted to talk a bit more on that, on Jordan B. Peterson.
Yeah, I mean, I actually kind of really didn't know much about him, honestly, until Jim's video. I'd seen that he was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and I'd seen memes about him, but I didn't know who the fuck he was. Um, but going back and listening to him, there's not much I really disagree with that he says on like just a very broad level, but he doesn't say anything that's fucking. I don't know what I'm trying to say with that. He doesn't say anything that's wrong, but he just doesn't go far enough with like taking things to their logical conclusions.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of got into it on our stream. Like, I think he's very aware on the GQ,
Exactly.
but
Me too.
he's gonna ostracize all the normies. He's gonna be classified as alt right, so he needs to bring people into the center,
But I
and
don't think
then
he's I
and then
don't
he
think
get
he's woke
and
on
then
the
he gives them
JQ.
wait, hang on. Then he gives them the tools to find further right ideologies. I mean, he's pointing a neon signpost to Solzhenitsyn.
I think there's honestly a lot of people like that. Him probably being one of the most high profile. But then, I made this video on my channel last week about no bullshit being when he was saying that when he was being like talked to about it on I think the Kumite. He
Who
like
was?
people like him do the same shit.
Jim was?
No, no bullshit.
Oh, no bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, he does that too. He tries to like he was talking to Terry McCarthy and he was saying like, yeah, one week I'll make a South Park review and then I'll be talking about how the media hates white people and it'll be like luring them in through like normie shit. But he's like one of the most low level examples, but I think there's a lot of people that do the same shit.
But the thing is, they're not woke on the JQ. I mean, by that standard, then Sargon of Akkad is woke on the JQ. You can recognize the disproportionate amount
Oh no,
of
I don't
people
think
in the
Sargon is.
no,
No, no, no, no.
they both
There's a
recognize the
big. Can we?
disproportionate amount, but they don't say that it's a problem because they don't look at it in collectivist terms. They say it's just a bunch of Jewish individuals in the media, and then they might even bring up the retarded straw man of I wouldn't care if every individual in the media was Jewish as long as they got there meritocratically and they earned the position.
Sargon's biggest problem is that he can only understand people as thinking he can only understand people as them being completely individualist or completely collectivist. There's no in between for Sargon. And for him, all Jews are just completely individualists. And I don't fucking know why.
Well, I would say it's a lack of nuance, which is also like bleeds through into the liberal Islamism movement. It's just like you kind of have these really blunt force, and I think it speaks to his lack of intelligence. You kind of have these blunt force tools when there's a lot of nuance involved here.
But Jordan Peterson does the exact same thing. Like, remember when he caused a shitstorm? I think it was a few months ago, where he retweeted that picture of like Nazism, communism, and everything are the heads of the Hydra, and the base is collectivism, and the night is individualism. If you tweet out a fucking boomer to your image macro like that, I can't really see you being any more woke on nuances between collectivism and individualism, especially when it comes to the JQ.
Well, there's a difference, right? I mean, you have a collective of weak individuals. They're just going to follow anything anybody has to say. Like the liberalists, they're like, well, I don't know. I guess I'll go. Like they don't really. They're kind of wishy-washy. If you have a collective of strong individuals, if somebody's espousing something stupid, the other individuals are going to smack them in the fucking back of the head. So that's what Jordan Peterson, I believe, specifically espouses is the value of strong individuals within a collective rather than just kind of this wishy-washy liberalistism.
He espouses strong individuals because he believes in individual success. He wants a person to become strong, fit, assertive, and such to get ahead in their economic and business life. That's his whole
Right.
shtick behind his psychological
If
counseling.
we had a society full of
He
those kinds of
doesn't do
people,
it because he believes it's an inherent good. If he could get ahead by becoming a weak-willed, spineless coward, he would probably promote that too.
He said that it's he's talked with Molyneux about how hard it is to bring like, you know, non-Western, non-white people up to the same standard, and it is a very big hurdle to bring the you know, to try to bridge the genetic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rudyard Kipling, the white man's burden, right? Like we kind of opened that Pandora's box, and like now it's our job to civilize them. I think we've kind of tried that experiment for a while now, and it seems like it's failing. So like we got to figure something else out.
It's been failing, but if we propose any solution, like trying to immediately end it, he'll immediately say, "You're collectivizing them. Not all black people are bad, and you just need to associate and promote the ones that are good."
Yeah, any kind of race realism or JQ stuff is going to alienate the normies.
I think that's pretty nonsense. The Mouthy Buddha video with JF narrating, I think that reached quite a few normies. I think that explained that very, very, very well.
yeah.
Explain
But
the
like,
JQ or the
how many do you
J.
think?
No, race realism.
How many do you think from the Mouthy Buddha video? Do you think?
I
like,
actually didn't see
changed
it.
their
Can
mind
you
on
give
that?
me the kind of gestalt?
Well, I mean, it was a very well made.
It was
video that
JF explaining over animations. Mouthy Buddha
Yeah.
did explaining the why race realism is correct and what its claims are.
But do you think
And you
that
think it's
video-
drawing like mainstream normie appeal?
Yeah,
you
I
think-
definitely do. Have you seen Mouthy Buddha's audience?
Cole?
No, not at all.
Cole, do you think that video did more to change people's minds than the Spencer Sargon debate and like all the stuff with crowd, all
No,
that other stuff?
absolutely not. But
It's
I was
just a
just
movement.
I was illustrating the point that it is possible to reach normies in a
Yeah,
friendly way
yeah.
with these issues.
Yeah, but I the only thing I was saying was the Mouthy Buddha thing. I don't think many people were convinced by that specific. It's a good thing to be able to like send out and share, but like in like more people are being reached by honestly the blood sport stuff, the fucking like
Yeah,
having,
that's in the end, the days of making these like attack videos, it's over. If your ideology can't stand up under scrutiny in like a sport type format, like you're irrelevant. And as far as I'm concerned, Peterson is irrelevant unless he's willing to step into
the
some type
Kumite.
of some type of blood sport type arena.
That'd
Yeah,
be
absolutely.
Fucking amazing.
We need to have him get
Yeah.
on the Kumite and have Mundane Matt challenge him to fight outside Kilroy.
I'd like to see him
Peterson-
versus. I'd like to see Jordan Peterson JF personally.
Yeah.
That's what's been talked about all over Twitter.
Yeah, that'd be a great one. Fuck.
What I
But he
would-
has to do it. He has to commit to doing the blood sport. See, this is the thing. He's not a warrior
He would
anymore. He's the
never.
old king.
He would
He
never
wants
do that.
somebody to take up the mantle. He's not ready to fucking go back in the muck. He spent 20 years fucking just in depression,
He's
worrying
not
about
the-
Nazis.
He's not the old king. What he is the what were those things called? Like the spokesman, the motivational speaker. That's what he is. He's a
He's King
motivational speaker
Lobster.
with a background in psychology, and that's
He's
what he
King
does.
Lobster. He's King
Okay,
Lobster.
I mean, yeah, whatever. I don't agree with that.
What he's trying to do, in my opinion, is trying to make a lot of money while moving the Overton window in the direction he thinks it should go. And
You
he's
think
being
that's
very-
heading right
I-
or not?
My
think
opinion is
that
I don't
it-
think he cares about the Overton window as long as he gets, what he wants out of his life. He
think
doesn't
he
care what
does.
happens
No, I-
500 years down the line.
No, I think he cares
Mm.
about this lost generation of young white men. Really.
He cares, yeah, about the people that are currently alive now, but the people that will be alive in 500 years, he doesn't give a crap as long as
Well, because nobody can predict 500 years in the future. Like
You're probably
you
right
know.
about that. Maybe I don't think what he's doing is necessarily bad, but he's not. He's cucking in my opinion.
He's definitely cucking. I'm not.
he's
denying
being a
that.
gatekeeper. He's providing
Exactly,
a source
exactly.
of false salvation.
Yeah,
towards
well,
everyone.
who's
if we
the
just
new-
go a little bit, then we don't have to find a real solution. Just go a little bit, and that's all you need. You don't have
He's-
to go full in.
It's how with what JF said about like how this problem might it might not be until like 500 years from now until like white people are actually gone or mixed out of existence through breeding, but the time horizon to stop this from happening might be very, very close.
Mm.
I don't think Peterson understands this, and if he does, he's not will.
He just doesn't
red
care
pill he's
about it.
not willing to swallow.
He just doesn't. He doesn't flat out care about it. It's Sargon's position again. He doesn't care if white people are bred out of existence as long as it's done consensually, and it's not done by coercion or any other kind of thing like that.
Oh, he'd care if it was his generation that it was going to happen to. But
Sargon would, and
I think people like Sargon, like the same personality type now that Sargon has 500 years from now, even with the same lib shit atheist bullshit going on, he would probably care that, like, oh shit, they're going after people like me. But it'd be completely selfish.
Can we talk real quick about Sargon and how he got like blown the fuck out on Twitter today? Did anybody see that?
Wait,
no,
I don't think
he doesn't have a Twitter. What are you talking about?
People were putting all this shit all over fucking Twitter about him hanging out with his crazy legs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, crazy hair?
Crazy hair. Yeah.
I thought that was vernaculus.
Oh,
Failure tweeted that out during the Kumite today. People were going crazy about it. Because
Vernaculus and Sargon are two different people?
Yeah.
Who's Vernaculus?
He's the Lemonhead guy. Not Wasley, but the Lemonhead guy.
I feel like we're getting into esoteric East shit. I have no idea.
We're way off the fucking way off.
How could you not know Jeff Holliday's third cousin?
Wait, so it's not correct that Sargon had a bunch of pictures posted of him today on Twitter with random.
No, he did.
He did. But Vernaculus was found in the same bed with. Yeah, but Vernaculus was in the same bed as Crazy Hair.
What the fuck is this?
I don't know Vernaculus or Crazy Hair. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Crazy Hair is a Jewish.
Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck?
Yeah, seriously.
Cares?
Honestly, if you're not gonna be a combatant in the arena of Bloodsport, like fuck this Isaleb shit, sacrifice them to the blood gods. Like
you brought it up.
God damn
no, I'm talking about Sargon specifically, and you're getting down into the
Sargon. What the fuck?
I'm talking about Sargon being the next sacrifice of the blood gods on the altar of pain and humiliation. He's getting dragged. The scent of blood is in the air.
He doesn't need to be dragged. He's running there full steam.
Yeah, no, I know. He's on a freight train to irrelevancy and humiliation.
So wait. Earlier I was gonna debate someone for the crown. Did that ever actually happen? No. Or did we just kind of like fiddle fuck around and not ever do that?
No, we started a new movement on Backyard Bloodsports. It's called the Conservativisms.
If you want the crown, you have to get it by making the person who has the previous crown a lolcow.
Okay, so
I have the crown currently.
Logic, Jim is now king liberalist because he made V fall out of his chair, so he's kicked beyond reason now. So Jim
we have a competing movement now. Are you guys going to get on board?
Gilgamesh, hold on. Jim is king liberalist. I'm king libertarianist. You're king conservatismist. And
I think you missed an ism there, bro. You missed an ism, bro.
We're all sovereign of our own magistrates, and we shall live in harmony and trade goods. And our people.
I refuse harmony. I only want war and blood.
Well, this is the radical centrism coming out.
Yeah, come to the fucking center. Vote Republican in 2018. Get on the Donald train for 2020. Wake the fuck up. We're doing this, boys.
I voted Donald Trump, but
you're gonna vote for him again, right? And you're gonna vote straight Republican ticket in November.
I'm voting straight Republican in November because fuck that other shit. But
yeah, you're a conservativist, man.
My vote for Trump was If you guys don't watch any of my other videos on my channel that I've uploaded so far, watch this.
I have no idea who you are, honestly, until Kumite this morning.
I just think of you as Ash Ketchum.
That's fine. I don't care. But do check out my channel. Watch one video.
No, I refuse.
Watch one video. It's why I voted for Donald Trump.
No.
Do we need a justification?
Listen, Bloodsports is the only fucking thing now. Okay, you can do it on Bloodsport. Or you can fucking make videos about why Donald Trump did this or why social justice warriors are bad. We're doing Bloodsports now. Forget about that fucking political video shit.
I'm making videos too, but I'm gonna try to
Yawn! Your videos are boring.
Wrong.
You're a low energy loser, and your videos are low energy, and nobody's gonna fucking watch them because Bloodsports is more fun. That's how we're gonna win this thing, by having fucking fun. Bloodsports is a fucking blast.
Fun, but I want to. Yeah, hold on.
No, fuck you,
bitch. I want to make videos because it's fun for me.
No, it's boring. It's fucking boring. Keep them in your fucking. Keep them in your fucking underwear. Keep them. Yeah, nobody else is going to either.
That's fine. I'll watch
Do
them.
more Bloodsport. No, nobody does. Come on, how many fucking followers do you have?
I have how many do I have now? Might have
Yeah,
gone
yeah,
up, actually.
4 single digit.
No, like
Single digits?
76.
Double digits. Woo.
Ooh. Ooh,
See, you're a
77.
fucking you're a fucking whore in this for money. You're not a warrior for truth. You got wishy-washy values.
A warrior
don't
for
know-
truth, yet
I'm
you're
a-
defending Jordan B.
I'm
Peterson.
not a warrior for truth. I'm sorry.
No, your
I thought
sword is dull.
I thought
your
I was in
your
this to
shield is
fucking-
weak.
I thought I
You're
was in
fucking
this
wishy-washy
stable.
values. You're making contentions on fucking Medicare like, I kind of believe something. That's why you got fucking destroyed, annihilated. And it's going to happen again and again unless you have some fucking core of belief. It's a fucking backbone, for Christ's
Oh
sake.
my god, Gilgamesh.
Clean your room.
Yeah, clean your
Fight
fucking
the
room.
dragon.
Sort yourself out. Get your fucking house in order, man. God.
Gilgamesh.
Wake up, bucko.
My friend.
What?
My friend. Oh dear. You need to settle your titties.
No.
No!
This is Bloodsports. Who's going to fucking calm down? There's
Oh my
serious
God,
shit
you're
going on. You're
so-
fucking...
He has been
You're-
consumed by the blood.
Yeah, you're a fucking passive little baby. You're dipping your toe in the blood. You're gonna get a little blood on your shoes. And you're gonna run back to your fucking lame ass videos about why free speech is good or radical Islamism is bad. And it's fucking boring ass shit, dude. Like really, fucking give it a rest. It's the past. It's an old format.
We don't want to see Kraut rant on why Islam won't let him buy electric nipple clamps. We want to see Kraut wearing electrical nipple clamps, fighting a Muslim in the street.
Yeah, nobody wants to see any of that shit anymore, dude.
It's not
Bloodsport is
like
gonna be the new thing.
it's not like Jim stopped making videos and
Yeah,
and is
nobody
just
watches
doing
them.
Bloodsports.
Nobody's
No one
gonna watch
watches
them
Jim's
anymore.
videos.
I don't know. I'm not up
No
on
one
any celeb.
watches. No one watches
not up-
Jim's videos. Okay.
Well, no,
it's not
I'm
like
saying
the Kumite plays them on their fucking stream.
Yeah, because it's on Kumite, people will watch it. I'm saying he might have an audience for that kind of shit now, but that type of
Buddy.
interest is going to be
Jim is
waning.
Bloodsports incarnate. You can't say he makes reaction videos. He is Bloodsports incarnate. No matter what
Yeah,
video
he-
he does, the Bloodsport comes from him.
Yeah, no, he is fully an agent of chaos, and there definitely is a level of reporting on Bloodsports kind of related world shit that definitely needs to be done. And I mean, personally, I fucking love Medicare. Like he's one of my favorites in this whole thing. But like I'm just saying that format of like kind of like political, this is my beliefs video, like that's fucking over, dude. Like this is the new thing.
Yeah, I'm not doing it for like the same audience. I'm doing it for like basically like my friends that I'm actually like in real life I hang out
Okay,
with
well, why
them.
don't you break out the little fucking 8mm and have a little party in your basement?
Dude,
with your
that's so fucking
cheesy
normie.
puffs?
That's so fucking normie, man. I have normie friends that literally do that. They'll say, "Hey, I made a new music video on
Yeah.
YouTube. You should check it out." And
Yeah, you're a
Yeah,
cringy little
it's just
fucking
like him,
soy
like,
boy,
playing the
dude.
piano, and it has some nice editing effects. And I just sit there like, this is the most normie shit I've
Wait,
ever
hang on,
seen.
hang on. I got a quick question, Baron. What is your daily soy intake like?
My daily soy intake.
Yeah,
Pretty low. Pretty
That's
low
surprising.
actually.
that's surprising because it seems like you don't have a fucking bone in your body.
Why is that?
Because you're fucking wishy-washy in all your fucking values. You go on like, I'm gonna be the new liberalist, okay, Jim, and then you're like, I don't know if I believe in anything. You don't espouse anything really. You're just kind of like wandering around.
Okay,
I like
this is coming from the
videos.
radical centrist. What
Yeah,
do you
that's
believe
right.
in?
Well, he's
I hope-
radical.
I believe
I
the
mean-
Overton window is shifting so far and so fast to the right that there's a moral hazard there of potential escalating violence. So we need to walk it back a little bit because there's no coherent opposition on the left. So there's going to be a major like majority control.
That's because it's a fight between right and wrong. You don't need to walk back.
Okay,
to right.
no, hold on. So you think the right is becoming a moral hazard? So
I
you don't
think
think the left is a moral hazard at all right now? Is what you're
No,
saying?
they're a completely lost ideology at this point. They have no coherent foundation. The only
Okay,
thing
so
that
why aren't you trying to
that
walk them back if you're a radical centrist?
I'm not trying to walk them back because they're fucking irrelevant and they're about to collapse. They
So you're trying to just
the
control
only central tenet they have is fuck Trump, and that's not going to stand up to anything. Look at what we're doing here on Bloodsports. We're getting to the bottom of shit. Like we're really crystallizing, getting nuanced into our fucking ideology.
Talk about your fucking blood sports. It's fucking gay as fuck. Why
Wait,
do you
what?
think the right is becoming genocidal? Because the memes We're talking about fucking like gassing kikes in super chats. You think the right
What do
is
you mean?
really what?
You think I think that they are genocidal currently, or there's
No,
a potential? Yeah, I think there's a potential hazard. I don't think genocide necessarily, but some kind of violent conflict. You know, just because I don't even think the far right is necessarily bad.
No,
I think
okay.
the,
Here's what I think.
I think the speed with which things are moving right and the lack of opposition on the left is a potential moral hazard. Yeah, I think there's a potential for some unpredictable blowback there.
I would like some more unpredictability in the political
Yeah, see, this is the
spectrum.
problem with you people. You got you want to just flip over the chessboard. Like, we got a fucking bird in hand. It's not the most beautiful bird in the world. But
you don't
you're trying to
understand.
abandon it for two in the bush.
Gilgamesh, you don't fucking understand. If you'd fucking listened for 5 seconds to what I was saying earlier, what JF laid out beautifully. Go find the fucking I'll find you the stream. I'll send it to you. Where he laid this out to fucking I think it was just V where he was debating him. The Overton the time horizon to stop what is the white genocide that is happening right now, to make it fucking actually stop is going to be a very short time to actually make this happen.
I think that's true for Europe and South Africa, but I think you're overstating the issue in America as long as we can stem the tide of immigration.
No, even with Trump's policies, the white majority will only last another 5 years.
Gilgamesh, do you know that there's already more Hispanic babies being born in America right now than white babies?
Yeah.
Were you aware of that? So what are you fucking
I just passed 50%, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like 2 years ago or something. But yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, we're going to become a minority, but I don't think that counts as genocide.
So what are you talking about?
How is becoming a minority in your own country not considered a genocide?
I don't know if that's ever been a accepted definition.
No, but okay, Gilgamesh.
So Tibet is not. There's no genocide in Tibet.
What?
There's no genocide in Tibet currently.
I have no idea.
That's literally what the whole thing that the UN is complaining about is. China annexed Tibet and it's flooding Tibet with Chinese people to take control of their politics.
Look, he's a little wishy-washy little bitch.
Yeah, no, you're right. There's probably a little bit of genocide going on.
A little bit of genocide.
There's a little bit of Tibetan genocide
going on. Guys.
Yeah, but they were already a minority compared to like the greater China. Like China just owns them and cuts the shit out of them every day.
Tibet wasn't a minority when they were just Tibet.
When they were Tibet. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and then they were annexed by China without their consent, basically just taken over, and millions of Chinese flood in to take control of the politics. I mean, how is that not something basically of genocide if a million black people come into your town specifically and they all vote for each other to get into public office and say, this is our town now?
Well, let me just give my view on the ethno-state, because I am for kind of
the radical centrist view of the ethno-state.
Yeah, I'm for kind of a soft balkanization where the only 3 policy changes I think you would really need to enact is completely shut down all non-white immigration immediately.
Okay. Sorry, guys, give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Should I keep
going?
Yeah,
I agree. I even go further. I want to stop all immigration.
Okay, I got 3 tenets, right?
All right.
Stop all non-white immigration immediately.
Done. Agree.
Repeal all forced integration laws.
Completely agree.
And then divest power from the federal government and give it back to the states and even more so local governments, hopefully.
Somewhat agree, but I find it irrelevant to achieving the ends.
Well, the basic thing is, right, your taxes pay for these mud races, right? And that's one of the big problems is why the fuck am I paying?
Yeah, so why would it be any different if they're allocated to the specific state government? So instead of white Kansas paying for black Georgia, it's still the white Georgians paying for black Georgians.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like, as a percentage of the tax you're paying, it's going to be less federal, less state, and more local. So you're paying more to your city government than you are to your or county government than you are to your state government, and you're paying more to your state government than you are to your federal government.
Okay, and yeah, I agree with that, but I don't think that would help the process of the first 2. I completely agree with, and I think is absolutely necessary to help go for a soft balkanization. But encouraging federal governments to dissolve their control and emphasizing taxation on the local level, that's not really going to help anything. The black people are still going to try to flee whatever area they're in and go to white majority areas because those are going to be the better off ones with more tax money going for them programs.
Well, that's when we get what Joe Kim calls sunset towns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
here's the problem, Gilgamesh. The United States government is like, it's not gonna just. Okay, so do you see how difficult it is for Trump to get his wall and to get any sort of immigration shutdown passed?
Well, I think the wall is going to be making progress, and then I also think that he does.
Yeah, I do too. But do you see how long it's been taking him?
Yeah, no, everything is fucking impossible. These giant, like,
I think we're at still like 7. Are we still at 70% white, or is it down to like 60-something% white in America?
I think we're lay 56% based now.
Oh, fuck my life, man. Fuck. Okay, but this is still with a white majority.
White majority will be gone in 5 years, even under Donald Trump's current reforms.
Yeah, exactly. This is with a white majority. This is still all we can do. If we're not going to take, I'm sorry, drastic action, you're not going to be able to do it afterwards, and it's not getting done with him.
Yeah, so, I think the risk that you're putting on like how whites are just going to be genocided is really overblown. I mean, in the end, wait. In the end, how did white people like achieve global hegemony? Right, we're better at fighting
the shit out of non-white people.
Yeah, we're better at fighting, and I think that's still true.
Yeah, when we want to fight. Now, when we don't want to fight, we fight people who do want to fight, and we get cases like Sweden, where literally if you accuse the wrong person of rape, you get thrown in jail.
Wait, I got a little bit lost on that. What exactly are you saying?
We're good at good at fighting. We're good at using violence, but instead of fighting people who we ought to fight against, we fight ourselves who try to fight against other people.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I get the idea that you feel like your back is against the wall a little bit, but like I feel like, you know, black percentage of a population has been pretty steady. We've got this huge surge of immigration from the South, and I agree that is a major problem demographically. But like, I mean, really, the only real solution is violent conflict. I feel like in the end.
You're not wrong.
An ethno
You're not wrong.
By definition, no matter what, it'll be violence. The real question.
This is what I'm saying.
Wait.
War is bad, guys. Have you ever read about war? It's terrible.
Hold on. The real question is, can we do a policy that is less violent than if would there be more violence if we didn't do it?
Can you repeat that?
The real question is, can we do something which will be violent, but it would be less violent than if we chose to do nothing?
See, I think I don't think we're on the road. I don't know. I don't really know.
To what? To ongoing violence? To constant beatings, rape, and the general decline?
I think people naturally segregate and like kind of have in-group preferences and kind of gravitate towards their own groups. So if we're not paying taxes for other groups and we just like say, hey, I want to live in a white community. I grew up in New York, right? And I was surrounded by, you know, the mud races, and I have a really, you know, strong racial perspective because of that. And that's the funny thing is like all these fucking Antifa fucks are these like, you know, cul-de-sac conservative fucking bougie fucks, and they've never met a black person in their life, and they're all like pro black lives. So I left home when I was like, you know, 19. And I've self-selected white neighborhoods my entire life, and I can move to regions where I don't see a black people for fucking the whole year, for months at a time. I think people will gravitate towards that, and there'll be some very highly functional white communities. There'll be some extremely dysfunctional black communities, and the people who think that black people are so great will try to integrate with the black people and be red-pilled really fucking fast.
They won't be red-pilled. They won't be red-pilled until there's a boot on their neck.
They won't. You're wrong there.
No,
the reason most of them are all like pro diversity is because they've never lived in an environment with diversity. They're all fucking sheltered limousine liberals, you know.
Yeah, that's a quote from Yuri Bezmenov. All these idiots, all these useful idiots indoctrinated by cultural Marxism, they'll make excuse after excuse after excuse for for just the general decline of the society they see around them, no matter how bad their circumstances is. Only when it gets to the absolute point where they themselves are being mugged, are being, raped or something like that, only then do they have a chance of actually going and rejecting the whole thing.
Yeah, this is just a simple issue of perception then. I think you're feeling like the white people's back is against the wall a lot more than I do. I
Because
don't think
5 years, and they'll have a Democratic majority to implement higher taxes, more redistribution, etc.
No.
Oh, no?
Yeah, no, we're gonna get the Mexicans, right, onto our side.
What?
You don't think so?
No, not at all. They vote overwhelmingly Democratic.
What the fuck are you talking about? We're gonna get the Mexicans on our side. Have you?
Dude, I live in freaking Georgia, and all the Hispanics I know, even the ones that are the most Confederacy waving, gun spouting rednecks, they all still vote Democrat.
Yeah, but third, fourth generation, they integrate. Like by third generation, they barely even speak Spanish. They're
Okay,
like trying
will
to
it matter by
That's
then?
not true.
Will it fucking matter by then? If that's what you're falling back on, let me ask you this: will it fucking matter by then?
Well, what?
Third generation, fourth generation. That's what you said, right? They'll integrate by then.
Yeah, they've been coming in for 2-3 generations now already.
That's completely not true. We have Hispanics even from the Texas Revolution that have been here since then, and they still haven't integrated. There's still favelas on the very border of Mexico and Texas that, for people that have been there for literally more generations than white people have lived in Texas.
It's in-group preference. You're gonna do more for my group, but through welfare, through letting more of my family come through, letting more of my family that's already here get access to citizenship faster, get access to all these fucking like free shit faster.
All right. Well, I really think at some point, I'd be really interested in doing like a logistics of the ethno state, like entire stream.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
I can really do it right now. I can stay up all day.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready. I'm fired up. Let's get into this.
I'll stay up for a little bit, but it's 1:30 here for about. I got 30 more minutes.
Yeah, all right, you can go. All right, so at the very end of my book, I put forth a policy proposal about how I want to achieve the ethno state.
Cool, go ahead.
All right. First, let me just quickly bring up the graphic that I showed. Let's see. Come on. But basically, my background is political science, and what I did to actually achieve that map is I broke down the ethnic breakdown of every single county in the entire United States, and then I created a algorithmic formula that basically, if there's a larger concentration of an ethnicity and there's another of the same ethnicity, but it's surrounded by different ethnicities, it will move one county over towards that other ethnicity. And I also took into consideration various things such as natural resources, access to waterways, and also historical claims as well. Let me see.
This is getting to be like a really tedious kind of explanation. Is there any way to make this fun?
Yeah, honestly,
sure. I have a colorful graph right here. How do you enable the fucking chat in Google Hangouts? I don't see it on the side of my thing.
Can I ask Gilgamesh? Can I ask you?
Yeah, you can talk. Sure.
It might be a little bit off topic, but I'm curious. Are you a centrist, like what in an economic sense, or just in a like what would be your economic system that you propose?
I'm like free market libertarian leaning.
Okay, so not really a centrist then.
I mean, well, I think we also need to do like because we have all these terms left, right, conservative, liberal being thrown around. Maybe like a real deep dive into like what those terms actually mean on the compass and everything like that.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like besides being a consequentialist, you could be a nationalist libertarian like I'm describing. But there, I gave you a nice colorful chart. This is what I think the proper balkanization of the U.S. should be. What do you think of it?
I don't see it.
I put it in the chat, but let me see.
I don't know how this all works.
I put it in.
You put it in the Twitter chat?
No, it's over. If you can pull it over up on the left, if you it's like the little chat icon. It'll open up a bar on the right.
Open up the chat icon.
Should just be on the Google Hangout page.
I got to be honest. I'm a little bit technically.
This just is a link to a what?
Can you put it on the Twitter chat?
Yeah, sure. I can send it to you on Twitter.
I honestly, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit technically illiterate.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see if I can screen share mine.
Okay, I got it on the Twitter chat. The imager. Yeah. Hang on 1 second, guys. Okay, this is your
That's my solution for balkanization.
Hispanics managed by Mexico.
This is what you said.
Sovereign ownership given to whites with sovereign ownership. Oh. Okay, I mean, I don't think we're too radically far off. Yeah, I always said give the blacks Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. I think, unfortunately right now, Mexicans have a larger swath of the Southwest than
yeah, but they actually have a place that they can return to. So it's being more generous to the black people who legitimately don't have any ties to Africa whatsoever. But those particular people right there, the majority of them are Mexican. The minority of them are stuff like Guatemalan, Honduran, etc. But I mean, that's why it's managed by Mexico, because the majority of them are pretty much Mexican.
And what do the borders around these regions look like?
Wait, what do you mean? Like the geographical borders?
No, the physical border. Like, say I'm in Northern California. I'm in the Yosemite area. I'm in the Mexican area, and I want to travel to the white area. What will I see on the border?
On the southern border there, where we're actually touching Mexico, I'd like a wall, but I think
no. I'm talking about Northern California, like right there.
No, I would say probably just like a general like fence. I think that would be sufficient fence and guards, similar to the border check that you see on the Mexican border now.
So that'll be like relatively inefficient, and then there'll be a lot of like kind of just civil policing of any kind of bleed over.
Well, yeah, that'd be true, but this is under the assumption that there's an explicit white nationalism. So, I mean, if there's a non-white there, it's usually either assumed that maybe they're there for like a travel visa thing, they're a tourist or something like that. But I mean, you'll see something's up if you notice the same Hispanic person like living in a house across from you for like 3 months straight.
Right, and there's also there's also that person living across. Hang on 1 second.
Okay.
What if that person living across the street is a person who likes Mexicans and doesn't report them?
He likes Mexicans and doesn't report them. All right, well, he's free to do so. I mean, that's a problem with any kind of criminal justice thing. How are you going to get people from not turning in pedophiles because they like pedophiles?
I mean, okay. I guess at the end of this, there's a more people I would say that like Mexicans than people that like pedophiles.
I don't know. In California, well, I don't think there's people that specifically. Most people are indifferent, probably, to Mexicans in principle, but
yeah, and then there's a lot of like virtue signaling kind of pedophiles.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cucks, but hopefully that eventually we can crack down on it. If we want to actually have any progress, we have to, explicitly do it. We can't have an implied wishy-washy. Well, if you think they might be an illegal immigrant, then get rid of them, or anything like that. But if you explicitly say this is a country for this set of people, and there's a person there that's not a part of your set of people, it's not some abstract concept of did they earn their citizenship yet? It's no, this person is not a part of my kin. I can tell them apart pretty quickly, just as much as if your entire band in the chorus was white and all of a sudden you notice the person on the tuba is a black guy, you might tolerate him for a little bit, but eventually you're going to start asking questions. And you only need one person in that band to say, teacher, who's this black person?
No niggers on tuba. No, but here's the point I wanted to make a second ago. If you decrease the incentive Mexicans have to come here, it does a lot of the legwork for you. I mean, Trump's rhetoric alone, they were writing articles about Trump's invisible wall just by saying how he's going to be so hard on it. He hasn't done anything yet, but just saying like, oh, the ICE and all that shit, but like just talking about it has decreased the incentive to come here. And if you actually got rid of sanctuary cities, you actually honestly, in my opinion, we need to stop doing the drug war and just have just fucking better solutions. We don't need to be locking up people and just having cartels run shit.
Right now, it's basically a proxy for attacking Hispanic immigration because that's where a majority of the cocaine comes from.
It's, I mean, not really. It's a proxy for like just locking up like anyone doing fucking like coke, like black kids specifically. And I guess
No,
yeah,
not the doers, the dealers. That's who they really crack down on. That's pretty much a proxy for everyone involved in human trafficking and smuggling across the border.
yeah, yeah. My point is that if you got rid of the incentives for illegals to come here and for Mexicans to want to deal with the United States, you wouldn't need as much of a physical border. You'd still need something, obviously, but you wouldn't need a huge, gigantic wall and like policing everywhere.
I agree, and but like I've been saying, I think the explicit statement is also one of those things. I mean, there's free movement between the various places of the EU and such like that, but with the exception of things like gypsies and Poles in Britain, there's no big huge crisis about British people fleeing over into France or anything like that. They clearly know that this is French land, and obviously it's different for the refugee crisis and things like that, but in general, if there is a German person there, the French person will know, oh, he is a German person and not a French citizen. He's just here because we have an open borders agreement. But in the case that open borders agreement ceased, that German person would know that he would stick out like a sore thumb among all the French people there.
Can I ask you a real quick question to both of you boys? Are you professional wrestling fans, either of you?
No, I'm a UFC fan.
Honestly, no.
Okay. So, like, I think kind of the concept with blood sports is like it's a little bit of showmanship. That's what makes it fun, right? So, like, we do want to get plunge the depths of these really deep intellectual topics, but we also need to find ways to make it fun. That's what's going to draw people into it. That's what's going to make cultural change in the end, right? So, like, we're getting bogged down onto kind of
but the thing,
Yeah, that's
details.
true.
If you
But I'd like to do one with you where I kind of just viciously attack you, you attack back, we make it kind of fun. We can even, in wrestling parlance, you work a match a little bit, right? So, like, nobody watches fucking college wrestling. Like, people who love technical college wrestling do, but it's got a small audience. If people are going to bring in an audience, we need people jumping from the top third rope, Like, people watch Ben Shapiro just cuck the shit out of liberals, right? And that's exciting. We can create those moments in blood sports, all right? We're doing a little bit of showmanship here as well as like plumbing intellectual depths of like ideology.
Yeah.
Right.
Would you agree with that?
You kind of just cucked yourself to what you were saying earlier about me making videos that are all intellectual. What if I am making videos that people?
I'm saying you need to make them entertaining.
Yeah, well, I try and make them entertaining. You don't watch my videos; they're fucking full of memes and shit.
I'll never watch them. They probably suck.
That's fine, dude. That's good. That's good shit. I'll never watch any of your fucking streams that I'm not on.
I don't give a fuck. Whatever. We don't need you.
Who watches their own streams that they're on?
I mean, you when you're fucking on them, you're live participating in them. You're watching the other person stream.
All right.
All right. Anyway, like I'm saying, we're getting into a little bit esoteric, detailed shit, and I do want to get into
I got
that.
you. I'm just very tired. It is almost 2:00 here.
Yeah. I'm about to log out too. That's kind of what I'm saying. But in the future, I'm saying you seem like a really smart dude, and you can really lay out your case in an intelligent way. But in the end, like pro wrestling has a bigger audience than collegiate wrestling, and like we need a way to make this fun for the audience, and that in the end is what's gonna be spreading it culturally.
That's true. I just think the issue is I have no real beef with both of you besides the Evangelion thing.
That's the thing, man.
If you want to fucking start yelling,
I do have beef with you.
If you want to fucking,
I have beef with both of you. You both suck.
Do you watch
for watching Evangelion, one of the most necessary shows in the past like 30 years?
No, it's anime beta bitch boy weeaboo shit. Get the fuck out of there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't like Asian men drawing on cartoons.
Leave the toys in the sandbox.
Cole, mute this thing. Cole, listen to me.
All right, I'm listening to you. What is it?
Do you watch Dragon Ball Super?
Yes.
Jesus Christ, you weeb fucks. Yeah, seriously.
It's not as good, but you still should like it because it's a continuation of Z, which was a classic.
He left.
He's probably gonna watch the fucking Evangelion reboots too, and then he's criticizing me about watching Super.
Don't get into me with anime bullshit. I don't want to talk about it.
Dude,
But look,
what do you
look,
mean you don't want to talk about it? That you
I
wanted
have
more entertaining
zero.
shit?
I have zero interest in anime, really. I don't know. You're just. It's like Chinese to me. I don't know what you're talking about when you start bringing up this shit. Like what? I don't care. It just don't. You can talk about it with these other fucking weeb loser fucks. I don't want to hear about it at all.
All right, that's fine. Do you wanna end the stream now?
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, in the future, we set up a match. Like, you see how I'm just yelling at you? I think you're a good guy. Like, I think we could probably be friends.
Mhm.
It's just a little bit of excitement for the audience, a little bit of showmanship to bring people in. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
Mhm.
while you and I probably agree on a lot of tenets of balkanization,
Mhm.
like it's fun if I attack you as an extreme maniac or something. That's why I'm kind of taking the centrist position, because there's kind of like semi-fringe ideologies all around, and like I can just kind of attack everybody from the center, and it's fun. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I'm taking the attack. I'm taking
tactical
the attack.
nihilism. Mhm.
No, it's more showmanship to kind of bring people into a more substantive discussion about politics.
Mhm. Yeah, that's true, but maybe that should be your wrestling name, Tactical Nihilist.
I don't think I'm a nihilist necessarily. I think I'm more of a middleweight kind of
No, you
guy.
don't know what I'm talking about when I say tactical nihilist. That's
No.
that's what it wasn't what JF said, but it was one of the people who was criticizing. No, it was Mike Enoch who was criticizing Sargon. That whenever he goes and says things like "What is white? What is whiteness, Richard?" and things like that, he's pretending he doesn't know what a white person is, in order to just try to just throw off the entire conversation.
Yeah, I hear you, but Sargon is actually acting genuinely, which is pathetic. What I'm doing is a little bit of showmanship, a little bit of acting. Do you understand?
I understand Shakespeare. I understand.
Yeah. So look at what fucking Tonka does on Kumite. He just has people on and yells at them and cucks them, and people love it, man.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So if we
Yeah,
can do that and get and draw an audience, but then also bring it down to the level of like some picking apart some ideologies, and like
yeah.
really getting to the base and kind of crystallizing some of these ideas and getting into
Yeah,
some
I
nuance.
think our main problem here was we didn't have any real kind of opposition. The new
Well,
king of the
you're
liberalists, he was a fake liberalist, and you and me, I mean, we disagree
no,
on
I'm ready
consequential.
to attack you. I'm not going to do it on this stream, but if you want to do maybe backyard blood sports this week sometime, I'll do it with you. But
On what consequentialism versus duty.
yeah, how the implementation of your ethno state is going to end up to a violent, extreme kind of situation that's unpredictable, a lot more unpredictable than you think. And then you're giving up a bird in hand for two in the bush, man. Like shit's
There,
okay. Don't abandon the good for the perfect. My life's great. I got a fucking motorcycle. I get my dick sucked once in a while. Like I'm not ready to fucking flip over the whole chessboard, man.
what a fucking normie! You're fighting for personal comfort rather than high ideals.
Normie nationalism, bro.
Normie fucking nationalism. That's the 200-pound guy in the American flag shirt on a scooter who attended the Tea Party rallies.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been fun. I like this. I'm gonna take off for the night, but let's set up a match between you and I think.
Yeah, all right, and we can do this. I'll stop the broadcast now. Good night, everyone, and thanks
Okay.
for listening to the kind of secondary post match of the thing. Good night, and we'll see y'all later.